I think professional development is absolutely the most important thing, and it's the prerequisite to all success.
I'm Amy Jo Martin. Welcome to the Why Not Now show. You know that thing you've been thinking about doing? Yeah, that one. Why not now? Have you ever actually taken the time to ask yourself, what's stopping me? Let's talk it through. This is your chance to give that idea the attention it deserves and take action. Each episode, I have a chat with a fascinating person, from entrepreneurs to athletes, celebrities, my parents, rocket scientists, and all walks of life. We talk through a critical time when they've asked themselves, why not now? We dissect that day or even that moment, step by step.
Just let go.
This is a super special episode because we have a big announcement. I'm welcoming back Vic Keller to the show. He's been on before, and as some of you may know, he is one of my investor mentors, as I call it. Kenny Tomlin, my other one, has been on the show as well, so you can look for his episode. But Vic is coming back on, and we are announcing something big. If you listen to the show often, you've heard we talk about my Renegade Accelerator program. And if you're new to the show, welcome. I'll tell you all about the program in a moment. But what's so exciting is Vic is offering a scholarship, and not just one. You have to listen to our quick chat here and you'll hear all about what's up. But first, let me give you a little background on Vic. To put it simply, he has one of the most brilliant business minds I have ever come across. He started more than 20 companies, one of which was acquired by Berkshire Hathaway. And he has a private equity firm, also a venture capital fund, and he just knows the ins and outs of business like no other. I'm fortunate to have learned from him and to continue to learn from him. More importantly, he's just fun and cool and extremely humble. He walks the talk, he's as real as it gets, and he's a huge proponent of elevating women and helping women accelerate. He tells a story at the start of the show that's pretty unbelievable. This isn't a fad. This is nothing new. Vic has been doing this for decades. So that's why I'm so excited that he is involved in this program, because he really, truly cares. Okay, a little reminder about the Renegade Accelerator in case you aren't familiar. The Renegade Accelerator is for driven, like-minded female leaders, executives, and entrepreneurs who are ready to massively increase their impact and income. We do this through a 10-week intensive program. It is real-time, it is high-touch, white-glove, intimate experience with other women in a similar spot. And the infrastructure of this program is equal parts education, collaboration, and accountability. That's a biggie. We are all about taking intentional action and driving results in this program. I'm teaching everything I've learned in business over the past couple of decades. The curriculum involves how to build your personal brand to create connections that truly do convert into business impact, how to productize your intellectual property, how to really understand the business side of public speaking and start doing more public speaking to build your voice of authority, to build yourself as that thought leader that you are. We also cover marketing partnerships, how to secure deals that are meaningful, fully integrated, longer term, bigger budgets. We talk through and learn about podcasting, publishing, the business side as well as the writing side, and all aspects of those topics. Another module is all around wealth creation. After women graduate from the Renegade Accelerator, they're immediately invited into the Renegade Collective, which is our alumni network. You're in. Once you graduate, you are just in. And we continue to accelerate. We continue to grow and keep up that momentum. This is the career love of my life. This program is. It is something that I didn't realize was a dream of mine, but over the last several years, I've kind of tripped upon, starting from a innocent experiment, and it's grown to be much, much bigger than me. It's not just me teaching what I've learned, but also everyone else teaching what they've learned, as well as that one-to-one, many-to-one, one-to-many type of educational experience. It's interactive, it's intimate, and it's pretty transformative. To learn more about Vic Keller's scholarship, head to amyjomartin.com/RA scholarship. So amyjomartin.com/RA scholarship. RA stands for Renegade Accelerator. And make sure to follow Vic and learn more from him on social media. He is at VICKELLER on Instagram, Twitter, Clubhouse, you name it. And check him out. You can learn from him on the daily. Without further ado, here is Vic Keller. P.S. The scholarship. One thing I forgot to mention. We're on a pretty quick timeline here because the program starts soon. So the deadline is February 19th. So keep that in mind if you're listening. We want to make sure you get your application in. So head to amyjomartin.com/RA scholarship. And if you want to learn more about the program, just head to renegadeaccelerator.com. Being able to design my own day and do it in the most efficient way is a non-negotiable for me. I'm a bit of a time management nerd, so when I find something that allows me to be more efficient and effective to get the most out of my day, I want to share it with everyone. So here's the scoop. I have a new tool in my productivity tool belt, and it's called Monday.com. My team and I have never felt more organized professionally and personally. And my to-do list is no longer the boss of me. I feel more in control because every project, initiative, date, and task is captured and organized in one place. And my team is in the loop and involved every step of the way. We are in lockstep. Monday.com is like having a brand new operating system. Everything has its own home, deadline. You can see the team members associated with the tasks, and it's color coordinated, so you can easily navigate your own task list. We all have multifaceted jobs, businesses, and lives. With Monday, you're able to keep all of these components organized in their own compartments, but you're also one click away from seeing the big picture and how they all integrate together. Creating systems and procedures within your day and business saves a lot of time. For example, my team and I have a dedicated Monday.com board for this very podcast. Did you know that there are 28 steps involved in getting one podcast ready for air? It's the same exact process every single time. And it's a system that we have put into place. So we know the various key steps are assigned to certain people, and we've mapped out the entire process from start to finish within this one board. This allows us to be streamlined. It cuts back on the amount of emails exchanged as well as the amount of meetings needed. One feature I love is that my social media content calendar is built inside of Monday.com. I finally have one that I actually use, I like, and it's embedded into my overall calendar as well. Another feature we use every single day is the Google Doc integration. You know I love a good spreadsheet. I can pull them into Monday.com and edit them right there versus having 97 tabs open on my computer, which is extremely distracting and inefficient. If how we spend our days is how we spend our lives, then I can't think of anything more important than using the time in our days wisely. Head to hey.monday.com/Amy Jo Martin to start your free trial today. That's hey.monday.com/Amy Jo Martin. Vic Keller, welcome back to the Why Not Now show. How are you doing?
I am doing awesome. So awesome to be back on Why Not Now with you, Amy Jo. Excited to be here.
Here we are. We've got a special show today. We've got a big announcement. And first, before we hop in and before we actually share that, which you're going to want to hear, by the way, can you tell me about a time when you had a big decision to make and you had to ask yourself, why not now?
You keep asking me that question, Amy Jo. So I love it. Yeah, let me, I'll tell you about one. So about 3 years ago, as I was launching one of my most recent businesses, KLV Capital, I had to build a team. And the best team that I could build was a team that I had known from my past that had just done great things that I worked with. So I leaned on two amazing females that are professionals to join me in my venture of building a PE firm. And both of them are just extremely talented. One of them is my chief of staff and works in a lot of companies that I have today. Her name's Brittany, and she's just amazing. Then I also brought over a lady by the name of Vanessa King, who had been with me for a long time, is one of the most brilliant strategic business operators that I've ever hired, and very versatile, able to work in every business. And so I'm building the firm out, and I had to think about titles and kind of what people were going to do, what their responsibilities were going to be on a day-to-day basis, but also where their titles was. So as I thought about Vanessa specifically, because she was going to be interacting with a lot of different companies. And I really thought about what the process was for private equity firms as they look to elevate people within the firm. And the track really is that someone comes in as an associate, and then if they do a good job, they can move to a director, a vice president, a senior vice president. And then like after 100 years in the most painful work and doing everything perfect, they have a chance to be partners someday. So they basically spend their career chopping wood, working hard, making things happen, and then they get elevated to partner status. And that's pretty common for a lot of businesses. But in the private equity world and even in the venture capital world, I would say that it's more than common. But I was thinking about Vanessa and how I wanted her to be fully empowered. And she was just brilliantly talented, a young professional. And so in her early 30s, and worked for me for several years and didn't have any experience directly in private equity, but had a lot of experience at helping companies gain success and just working in the businesses that I had founded in the prior years. So big decision I made as we were setting everything up. And email addresses, by the way, are one of the first things you set up. And then obviously email signatures. I sent Vanessa over her email signature to approve, and it said partner under it. So I wiped away a lifetime of long, hard work and immediately empowered her, said you're a partner. And that has been going on for a few years now. She was so excited. And it sounds like a generous, kind thing to do, or maybe not even that significant of a thing to do, but it meant the world to her. And she had never talked to me in her life about any title. So she wasn't title focused, but I just knew it was the right thing to do. So I was so excited to launch KLV Capital with Vanessa as a partner working by my side. And she has lived up to the title, done an exceptional job. So that's a fun why not now moment. And I'm glad I did it.
That's incredible. I mean, literally helping her leapfrog steps on that process, on that ladder that, so to speak, that we've been climbing forever. So you are truly accelerating the pace and elevating women. And you always have. I know we've talked about this so many times where you kind of don't really get it. Like, why is this? Obviously this is a big deal, but you've always had female leaders on your team.
I'm kind of afraid that someday I'm going to get in trouble for having too many female leaders.
You're okay for now.
Yeah, I've just had tremendous experience. I mean, since I launched my first company at 26 years old, I've just had great experience hiring, brilliant, hardworking, loyal, intelligent females to join the companies, and certainly males as well. But, if the proof's in the results, it's worked out pretty well.
Yeah, it's incredible. And you walk the talk. I mean, that's something where, we now have governance around quotas. State of California actually has regulatory issues around women on board seats, but you're not just helping women get a seat at the table, you're helping them get a seat on the cap table. And I know that, like, as I refer to you kind of jokingly, but in all seriousness, for the last, years and years, you have been advising me and helping me. I refer to you as kind of my investor mentor sometimes, where I'm sending you deals and I'm like, I don't understand what some of this verbiage is. And you break it down for me. So let's talk about accelerating women. So I've got this program that you know about, and you've seen it from its infancy, and you've supported me and answered my calls and thought this through with me, and it's growing and it's so exciting. And the other day we're chatting, and here you are, so generous to provide a scholarship to someone to go through this program. And first of all, thank you. That's huge. Seeing the transformation that happens when these women take this step, and then what it continues to do, it has been mind-blowing to me. So you're changing someone's life. You're definitely going to help transform. So thank you.
Well, Amy Jo, it's easy to invest in what you're doing. I've been watching it, obviously been part of it for a long time. By the way, you do send me deals to look at, and I love it. And you get to look at some of the coolest deals that I get to see. So, you've got great friends that are sharing great opportunities with you. So it's always fun to do that and to look at those deals. So when it comes to the scholarship and being involved, it's really, it's a privilege. It's an honor. I tell people all the time, they probably get sick of hearing it, but my success has been driven in so many ways by the privilege I've had to sit at the table and around tables with amazing, interesting people. And I've really loved deconstructing their success and learning from them. And in most cases, there's nothing new under the sun. In most cases, these people have learned from someone else. And everyone's not always willing to share what they learned. But I have just greatly enjoyed that. And it's been a big part of why I've been able to win. But also with that has been the ability to align my businesses, my investments, and myself with just extraordinary people that are like-minded, that are driven, that want to professionally develop. And I know that sounds scripted, but it's just, I think professional development is absolutely the most important thing, and it's the prerequisite to all success. It is what I'm most passionate about. I would say that anybody on my team that knows me, I will never let a dollar get in the way of them professionally developing. We don't have a policy. We don't have a procedure in any of our company around professional development. But I tell people all the time, if you want to take an online course, if you want to buy a business book, if you want to sign up for any type of event that is going to allow you to professionally develop, we want to invest in that. And we've never had anyone abuse it. And quite candidly, enough people don't take advantage of it. So I love what you're doing. And I have to be really transparent and tell you that I have a little bit of a selfish motivation. I hope to recruit some of these female professionals that you have going through on this accelerator. So that would be a big win for me, is that I'm not just sponsoring a professional, I'm potentially sponsoring a future team member that's able to work in one of our companies. And that would be a ton of fun. So thanks for giving me the opportunity to do it. Easy decision for me.
If that's not attractive, I don't know what is. So I hope that everyone is going into the show notes right now. Click on the application form. We also have a landing page that explains a little bit more. I know that Vic's been on the show before, and you heard the intro and all the accolades. One of the most decorated yet humble career paths I've ever seen in terms of success. That being said, just a lot of fun too, Vic. Like I crack up at some of our text messages back and forth. And I'm beyond grateful. I would like to match your investment and your scholarship. So we're going to do two. We are going to do two, and hopefully this will just recruit more.
So I'm going to do one and you're going to do one?
That's what we're doing. We're doubling down. We're doubling down. Yes. Hopefully this brings at least two more women into your ecosystem in some way, shape, or form. And I think regardless, even if, maybe the accelerator is not right for you right now, but if you're listening or you're not female, maybe you're listening and you're male, make sure to follow Vic, because I can tell you I've learned more from watching and listening to Vic and how he navigates situations, how he analyzes economic models and different situations. Follow him on Instagram at Vic Keller, VICKELLER. Twitter, the same, VICKELLER, and Clubhouse. I mean, we've got some big things happening we're doing over on Clubhouse. So make sure to join us in our conversations, and you'll learn. Don't worry. There's massive ROI in that. So I have one question for you.
Before your question, Amy Jo, I have an idea. How about we up the ante here? So I'll do 2 scholarships if you'll do 2 scholarships. So we can get 4 scholarships going through the accelerator. What do you think?
Yes, I love it. Okay.
All right.
4. All right. So this is exciting. Yeah, I'm like kind of speechless right now, but I'm very, very jazzed. So, I mean, you apply. Tell us your story. It's pretty simple, and we will be in touch. This is, as I always say, the career love of my life. And what's pretty rad is Vic is a mentor to me. I'm a mentor to the women in this program. They've got their mentees, and you've had your fair share of mentors as well. So I really look at mentorship as generational. Like it's more of the lineage, right? And as you have always said, not much is new. It's just passed down or it's shifted a little bit. But there's some pretty good bloodlines here. So I'm excited. Okay, one last question for you. I'm just curious of what your answer will be. I don't think I've asked you this before. How has your relationship with money shifted as you've grown your wealth? So one of the things you do is you do help people create wealth building events. And you've had your fair share. I mean, exiting to Berkshire Hathaway and your 20 other companies that you've started / your private equity firm, venture capital. Like, as you look at your relationship with money over time, how has it evolved?
It's always a good question, Amy Jo, that you ask. So money is interesting. And I would say that early in my career, as I was building businesses, I was really focused on success. And I think the kind of outcome of success was money, but really the outcome of success was stability. I came from a great family, but we didn't have any financial resources to speak of. I really was driven by success. I mean, from the age of 14, as I've talked about before, I was studying great entrepreneurs and reading business books. And I was just thinking about being successful. And I don't know that I was able to quantify that and align it with money, but as businesses start happening and you manage financial statements and P&Ls, and you think about margin expansion, and you think about compressing expenses, and you think about all the economic areas around just commercialization and business, money becomes kind of a big deal. And then, when you have a chance to sell a business or buy a business or any type of transaction in business or in life, you're obviously mindful of money. I think I have got a very different opinion today of money than I did in, I would say when I was in my early 20s, mid 20s, early 30s. Today, when I think about money, it is really, and not just money, but money and wealth and all of it. It provides great convenience in life. But to me, it's really a empowering tool that allows me to do more in business, more than anything. So when I'm thinking about money, I think about it as a means. I think about it as a means to opportunities and different things to do, but I'm not necessarily thinking about going and buying a big yacht or a big house or a big plane. Those are all byproducts that we hear about from, quite candidly, a lot of people that just like to talk about wealth and what comes from wealth. But really, is what comes from wealth is the ability to continue to grow in what you're doing, to give people great experiences, to have great experiences, to live through the conveniences of life. So, I don't know if I'm directly answering your question, but I will just tell you, when I think about money, I don't think about what it is going to buy me. I think about how it's going to allow myself and others to continue to build and grow and develop and to do new fun things. So I think when you can get past, I want an amazing car, or I want this, or I want that. I think when you can get past that, in some ways, money matters more. In some ways, it matters excessively less. So I don't know if that answers your question, but for me, it evolves and it changes. I mean, there is not much in life when you think about what financial resources can do for you. There's not much more that I enjoy than an amazing meal. And I love great chefs. I love culinary experiences. My waistline proves that. But ultimately, I would say my aspirations around money from a material perspective are very different than what they probably were in my younger years.
I appreciate that you use you're applying your wealth and influence toward accelerating humans, talent, individuals that you believe in, like you did with Vanessa and leapfrogging her up to becoming partner at a private equity firm for good reason. But still, that's not usually that's acceleration quickly. Same here. We have 4 women now who are going to hopefully have their lives changed. And by the way, this is a partial scholarship. There's a little bit of skin in the game we do want you to have because we feel like that's important. But it's acceleration, and thank you.
I think that's well said. I think money and what people refer to as riches or wealth. I mean, it is acceleration, and it is fuel. But I think it is used. I think that the most powerful way you can use financial resources is into building yourself, into building others, into building critical mass is very different than what is portrayed sometimes, and what I see from social media posts and other people that are putting on big conferences or conventions and, throwing out the allure of who's going to get the next Gulfstream 650 and who's going to get the big yacht. And there's just so much more to this path and this journey that is really fulfilling and matters that you can do with money than what we see advocated and advertised as it pertains to creating wealth. Those things. And I've had some great luxuries of enjoying those things, but they're very shallow, I would say, in life, generally speaking.
Thank you, because it's very articulate and it's pretty amazing to watch you walk that talk too. So thank you for joining me again. We're not done. We're going to keep doing this in terms of, I'd like to have you back as often as you want to come. We'll do a segment. We'll have the Vic and Ajo show. So know that there's more to be had. If you're digging this, continue to follow Vic on social. And for applications, our deadline is Friday, February 19th. So check out the link in the show notes, or you can head to amyjomartin.com/RA scholarship. So that stands for Renegade Accelerator Scholarship. Thank you, Vic. Thank you for doing this. Yeah, we'll follow up. Yeah, maybe we'll have one of the scholarship winners on with us down the road.
That would be awesome. And seriously, I hope everybody applies. What you're doing, Amy Jo, is awesome. And the whole opportunity for professional development to be available in a scholarship type of a mindset is what the core of education and development is all about. It's giving back, and I love it. So happy to be involved with it. Thank you so much. And hey, I'll come back anytime you'll have me, and look forward to doing so.
It's on. Thank you. All right, everyone, I've got an announcement. As of today, we are officially enrolling for the 2021 Renegade Accelerator program, formerly called the Renegade Brand Bootcamp. Okay, so who is this program for? What is it? The Renegade Accelerator is for driven female leaders, executives, and entrepreneurs ready to massively increase their impact and income. The program is for like-minded, like-hearted women all over the globe. The experience is intimate, live, real-time, virtual, and it's led by me, Our curriculum is equal parts education, practical education, collaboration, and accountability. In the Accelerator, you'll learn directly from me, and I share everything I've learned over the past 20 years in business. We meet in real time to learn, discuss, and grow together. This is high touch. I'll teach you a variety of things, from personal branding to the business side of public speaking, podcasting, publishing, marketing partnerships, how to productize your intellectual property, and we even talk about investing. I teach you all about the different types of investing in order to build your personal wealth. You will also learn the Renegade mentality, which is a key ingredient in your success to generate real results. This program is the career love of my life because I get to curate a mosaic of driven, like-minded, like-hearted women who come together to lift each other and themselves up to the next level. After the Renegade Accelerator, you become a member of my top-level alumni community. This group of unmatched women who are making a positive impact is personally curated by me. The relationship building and networking opportunities are endless, and this collective of real, valuable connections will be something that you have forever. If you're at the point where you are ready to take action and accelerate, head to renegadeaccelerator.com. You can sign up for more information where I will guide you in determining if the program and the timing is right for you. If not you, then who? And if not now, then when? Why not now? Head to renegadeaccelerator.com. Hey everyone, thanks for listening to the show. Hit me up on social media to let me know what you think. I'm at Amy Jo Martin on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And I want to hear your Why Not Now moments so I can share them on the show. Just send me a note to whynotnow@amyjomartin.com. For show notes and other offers, you can visit amyjomartin.com/whynotnow. And while you're there, don't forget to sign up for my email newsletter for exclusive content and announcements. A big thanks to Rock Salt Music for all of the tunes by the talented John Coggins. And of course, a hat tip to Richard Brewer for editing and producing the show. I'll see you next time, and until then, why not now?